Oh, starts already. Just finished my lap here on the warm-up map. Not that many players, only 14, so that will be a very short endurance race. It's not that much endurance then. They switched to the wrong map. This is the map that we played in the last edition. It was a full ice map. That was the first and only time that this competition was not done in tech, where we actually did it on ice. Ice endurance is of course also something else, but the map was very nice. It really was built well, so that you were not in the risk of sliding out. So we seem to play this map, Coralista by BMob TM. We start now with, like how the command also says, we start with 10 minutes of warm-up. I'm not sure if I see anywhere now the time limit. Somehow I don't see. And in these 10 minutes we are trying to learn the map, basically. It's a multi-lap track. We just try to get fast and consistent on it. Because the real match that we do then will be just a laps race, multiple laps. And after every single lap, maybe not after the very first lap, that could be an exception. Sometimes after the first lap nobody's eliminated, but otherwise after every single lap, the last place driver gets eliminated from the race. And you have then in the end only basically the first and second driver then left. The thing is with this kind of knockout that the last rounds are not necessarily exciting, because between first and second place there could already be a very big difference, like a big gap between them, so you kind of always know who will get eliminated and there's nothing that can really change it unless someone would pull out a huge crash. But there's also the exception, and I'm often in these fights, there's also the exception where people are actually still close together. And I had some my experiences here in this cup where I did overtake people, where I sniped them. In the lap where I was then the guy to get knocked out, I overtook one and survived, and in the next lap I overtook another one and survived again. And went on to the podium. I had these scenarios already happening to me, so that's quite funny. So that was also a bit of lucky, of course. The thing is, I never won this cup yet. And my big goal is that I finally win this competition. The thing is, it is very difficult to win, because we always have full tech and once full ice. Never had a mixed map or something. And the opponents are like super difficult on the full tech versions. We often had feet playing. Also very often we had feet. Last times as well, but he always fucked up the last races. But if he wouldn't fuck up, nobody had a chance. And then we had also Super Kaluf. We even had one edition with prize money. There were then even Ratchet and Barbers playing and so on. Also, yeah, it's chanceless, kind of, in that regard. Also, not completely chances. If I had perfect races, without any bad turns, without any gear losses, without any no-slides or crashes or something, then I actually could have won those races, because these other tech players, they are also not necessarily super consistent. But you need to have a good pace. Without a pace that is close to the top drivers, you have no chance. So now let's focus. The map is pretty short, does not really have many corners, so the corners that it has, we have to learn. I think we go full over the penalty there. All corners are quite wide. this is the mistake you shouldn't do. Yeah, we are doing the wrong mode. It's not time attack, I see just the in-game chat. We are actually doing our race, kinda. Just without eliminations. And someone DNF'd. Because he DNF'd, he's not able to play anymore. They ask for a restart, which I can understand. Admin says also yes. Means there's more training for everyone, which is not the greatest news for me. Because the less training, the better, obviously. People will make more mistakes. People will not have the pace. Okay, it's 5 minutes only time attack. Okay, that's nice. Struggling with this jump. A leitmotif is very fast. A holo guy. He's too fast. His PB is half a second faster than me, which means he could afford multiple mistakes. I need to catch up to that. 1 minute of warm-up left. I have to learn this drift, man. I have one weakness. I have one more opportunity in the warm-up. Yeah, that was bad. Improved to a 0.9, okay. So map gets restarted and then we will go live. So it's a quite short cup this time. It's the most winnable cup because we don't have Feet or Super Kaloof playing. But obviously it's still tech, there are still some faster players. Oh. 6 players are still alive. I'm quite far behind first, 1.5 seconds. Doesn't look like a win. Map is a bit too basic for that. So this is the final now, but I'm 2.8 seconds behind. Second place is, I think, my best position in this cup so far. I had a bunch of third places. I'm not sure if I was ever second. But yeah, would have liked to finally win it. But as I said, there are still opponents, and the map was a bit too easy for my taste. Like, that were really simple drifts. It was not technical enough. It needs to be more technical for me, and more of risky sections where people might fail. In such easy drifts like these, the chance is actually bigger that I crash, not them.